What's up, everybody? Welcome to Game Time Decision. I'm your host, Detroit Lenny, here with Picks and Parlay. I'm joined with our friends over at ESP, Nick and Tim Earl, my two favorite knuckleheads. What up, what up, what up? It is Wednesday, October 5th. I am still sponsored by, we are still sponsored by, this show is still sponsored by Caesar Sportsbook. Check the Caesar Sportsbook out above Nick Earl's head. Wager up to $1,250 your first bet. Win or lose, doesn't matter. You'll get 100% of your stake back as a free bet. And like I said, win or lose, you'll also get 1,000 tier credits and 1,000 reward credits. That's where you get all those free rooms and stuff. Don't forget, use the promo code GTDFull. Links in the description of the video. Also, earlsportsbets.com/promo. 7-day package, only $49. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Value. We ain't got a lot to talk about today. We ain't got a lot. I mean, we got some baseball that is currently, all of baseball is happening already. There's no games left.
One thing with baseball today is that 0 games mean anything.
Right. Yeah. Orioles beat the Blue Jays 5-4. Rockies are up 1-0 top of the third. Twins beating the hell out of the White Sox 9-0 in the end of the second. Cubs are over the Reds 3-1 in the second. Red Sox up 3-0 over the Rays, top of the third. Padres 1-0 over the Giants, top of the third. Mets Nationals are in a rain delay. Marlins 3-2 over the Braves, bottom of the third. 5-1 Guardians over Kansas City, middle of the third. Diamondbacks Brewers all tied up in the fourth. Phillies Astros all tied up in the third. Yankees Rangers tied at 1 in the fourth. Cardinals beating the Pirates 3-1 in the fourth. Blue Jays over the Orioles 1-0 in that doubleheader game. Game 2 in the fourth. Tigers Mariners tied 2-2 in the middle of the fourth.
Oh, there you go.
I got a game. I bet the Tigers today because I needed to bet them one more time for the end of the year. And the Angels 0-0 in the A's fourth inning. So I don't have anything. We got a college football game on. We do have a game. We got SMU and Central Florida tonight.
American Conference matchup.
Yes.
Love the American.
Mustangs against the Knights. Tonight, I think the Knights ride. I'm on UCF in a few different ways. Talk to me. That's really all we got. Tomorrow, we'll go over more college, looking at Friday's games and Saturday's games. Friday will be just NFL. We could talk some early playoff matchup for Friday. We could touch base on that. But let's get one thing out of the way at a time. Let's talk college football. SMU, Central Florida. Nick Earl, you're up first.
Yeah, I am on the over in this game. This line's dropped on us, which is rather annoying because I got in on this early thinking it would go up.
Right.
I'm on the over 65. I think this is a high-scoring game. Both these teams are high-paced teams. They're top 10 in offensive plays per game, so they run an up-tempo offense. And what these two teams do best, the other team struggles to defend. The pass defense for UCF struggles, and SMU loves to sling the ball. And SMU's rush defense struggles, and UCF loves to run the ball. So I think both these teams are going to be able to get their own tonight. I think this is a game that it becomes a track meet. So I like the over 65.
I do like the over 65. I can't talk you off of that. My teaser, I'm taking Central Florida in the over 6 points, whatever you want. I do think Central Florida wins this game. And I do think they cover. I don't, it's a weird number, that 2.5. It's weird because I get skeptical at that 2.5 number. Because I need a field goal and they'll, F around and win by a point or some shit. I do think it's a track meet on both sides. So, Tim Earl, you got any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, Mario. I got it 61.5, so at least I got it at a good number. We've seen SMU play cover 0 defense for a while, where they just don't card it. OSHA 10 certification, missed all the morning shows, but I watched the evening when my fiance is watching both. That's fair.
Mhm.
Fair.
Hey, get it in when you can get it in, man. I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm starving. So.
Well, you're Lenny, but okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Whatever.
But yes, I'm on the over.
Mm-hmm. Over. Central and the Cubs first 5. I bet the Tigers because I'm a degenerate and I just needed one more time to bet the Tigers. But I'm curious why anybody bet baseball today? Other than
none of the games mean anything.
None of them games mean absolutely anything. All the positions are locked in, and nothing is going to change by any results of today.
Right.
Which sucks because I know MLB would have loved some Game 162 drama.
That's fair.
So it would have been nice to maybe like the Marlins won last night, and maybe we could have had some drama.
Oh,
stupid Marlins.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, none of the games matter. So we bet no baseball today.
That's fair. Houston first to score 3. Houston over 4.5. Team total Dodgers over 4.5.
Good luck. I want nothing to do with it. All the games have started already.
Everything's already started. That's just what he's on.
Oh, okay. Good luck.
Astros 0-0. Bottom of the 3rd. Man on second. So Dodgers started 2. They're losing 1-0. Turnsy says hi. What's up, you sexy beast, you? What's happening? Take the Greats clapping for us. What do you guys got? You got comments about tonight's Wednesday night marquee matchup in college football? Put it in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. That's why we keep the lights on here. It's because you guys keep hitting the thumbs up button. As far as seeding goes for MLB, we'll touch base real quick on this for Friday. We'll talk more about it tomorrow on Friday, but early thoughts on some wild card games. I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off here. I like Philly and I like Seattle, and I don't hate Cleveland.
I'll be against you on one of those. I like Philly. I think when it comes to postseason baseball, when it comes to October baseball, it's going to come down to pitching. And when the Phillies are going to go ahead and roll out Nola, Wheeler, and Suarez, I like that pitching matchup no matter who they're throwing against them. Yes, St. Louis has home field advantage. Yes, St. Louis has the better offense. I don't care. When it comes to postseason baseball, it's the best pitching that's going to come out on top. For this one, the Philadelphia starting pitching is better. St. Louis's bullpen is better than Philly's, obviously. But I think when it comes down to it, I like Philadelphia to get the job done. I believe that's around plus 115 for them to win the wild card series over St. Louis, which is one of the closer ones.
Yes. It's kind of a little bit of a toss-up, to be honest. I don't want to say
that one's a toss-up, and then they have the Tampa-Cleveland one as a toss-up.
For
whatever reason, they think that the 3-6 matchups are going to be a lot closer than the 4-5s. For whatever reason.
I think that 4-5, I think people are underestimating Seattle.
I really do.
I really do. I don't like that Seattle has to play Toronto because of the travel. I don't necessarily I don't like that. But I think Seattle wins Seattle games. That's how, if Toronto wins, they win in a home field advantage. That's how they win that series. But I don't hate Seattle. Kind of lead me into my Cleveland-Tampa series. I think Cleveland has the home because they have home field advantage. I like Cleveland in that series.
The thing is, how many people have you seen say, I like Tampa in the series besides me and Nick?
I don't pay attention to people.
I have seen nobody interested in Tampa. And
nobody ever talks about Tampa Bay.
Everybody's pumping all over Cleveland. I don't know. I like Tampa. That might be one of my favorite series.
I picked Cleveland to win the series. I do think Cleveland, and I think Cleveland's very live to knock off the Yankees. But at the price it is, that price really gives me weird feelings about that series. Because I was expecting Cleveland to be like minus 150, minus 160.
Yeah, I see it at like minus 120, and it is a little. I expected like a minus 140 now? I could say for the series, on BOL. I thought it'd be more towards a 140. So at 120, I'm a little skeptical, but I wouldn't bet either one, but I do like series bets at this point in baseball. Like this is where I made money last couple of years. I've made some serious coin betting some series, just the series, because I could get a better price sometimes on a 5 or 7 game series than I can each individual game. And then trying to, whatever. I'll bet every game in playoff baseball. Every game will have a play for me. Every damn game. I mean, in some way, shape, or form. I'd rather bet
series, though. I think there's value.
But I'd rather. Yeah, I will have more money in a series.
See, for me, I like betting series more in NHL than I do the MLB. I remember last year I bet MLB series and they went miserable, but NHL went really well. So
we did really well in NHL series in the playoffs. Remember last year?
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, I mean, I cashed my biggest NHL play of the season on a series bet, taking plus, I want to say 140 with the Blues against the Wild. So like I understand some of these series, and I think a couple years ago, one of my bigger baseball bets of that season was for the Astros to knock off the White Sox in the DS, and that came through. I think they won it in 4 games. So I mean, when you look, or no, I think they swept that series. But yeah, I mean, I like betting series. I don't know if I'm going to be betting any of these. If I were to bet any of them, probably Seattle would be the only one I would look to actually go.
I would only look at plus money stuff. If I can't get plus money, I'm not going for it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with me. I like Cleveland, but I don't like that it's at minus 120. I actually would have liked it better at minus 140 because I would have felt
more comfortable with it.
I would have felt more comfortable at where, you know what I mean? Like this is where I thought it was going to be.
That's the book saying that they're expecting money to come in on Cleveland. And they're like, sure, go ahead, bet the Guardians. I originally liked the Guardians to go pretty far. I think the Rays may win this series.
So the Rays, they're kind of, I don't want to say it out loud, but they're kind of like the Braves in the sense that they're playoff, they're built for the playoffs. They're built pitching wise for the Rays is way better than pitching wise for Atlanta, in my opinion. But in the sense that
because they got Glasnow back too,
right? So I'm saying this in the sense that all Tampa's trying to do is get there. Mm-hmm. Now, once they're there, they make waves. Braves,
Tampa Bay,
same thing. They're a sleeper all year. Nobody's really like on the Rays all year. Like, oh my God, they're not dominating nobody. They're not doing nothing.
They're just flying under the radar.
Right? They just slide right into the playoffs, and then it's all of a sudden bang, bang, bang. So I give them props for that.
One thing I will say with that series is that Cleveland's had their number this year. Both series in Cleveland and in Tampa Bay, the Guardians took 2 of 3.
Okay. I will say this. Phillies at plus 115-ish. I mean, shopping lines for sure get action on me. I think they win that series. And the Mariners plus 140 all day. I mean, that's too much value for me not to bet it.
Yeah, the Phillies are very live to win that series. And it's because of their starting pitching. Like, I think their starting pitch. Like, who is St. Louis going to have? Flaherty, probably, who's been struggling.
Montgomery,
Wainwright, and then who are you going for the third game?
Montgomery, Waino, and it's not Flaherty.
Dakota Hudson? The guy's been horrible.
No. Jose Quintana.
There it is.
Ooh, I don't hate it.
I think the pitching advantage is with who do you call it? The pitching advantage is with the Phillies. And the hitting is pretty similar. The only thing that I will say about the Phillies that will probably keep me off of that is the bullpen advantage is massive towards the St. Louis Cardinals. So
I'm gonna tell you right now. Here's my predictions. We know the playoff seeding right now, so we might as well be able to check mark it right here. We can roll tape back if we need to. I think. See, I'm playing the dramatic effect, the Hollywood effect, in my opinion. I don't think we want to see Tampa, New York. I think we want to see Cleveland, New York. So I'm going Cleveland. Hear me out. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yankees win whoever wins. Whoever the Yankees play. Hold on. Here's why. Because Houston has trouble with Seattle, but they smoke Toronto if Toronto gets past the wild card. So
I don't think Toronto does.
At the end of the day, it's either Yankees, Dodgers, because God, that's so good. But people are going to
I will not watch a single minute of that World Series if it's Yankees Dodgers. Fuck that.
Or it's Yankees Mets. Now that, in my opinion,
I think a Subway Series World Series will rejuvenate baseball.
I think that gives you a little bit more ratings wise. But if the Yankees get there, man, I hope it's like Houston, Philly. I hope so. I know how awful would that be, World Series. I know it'd be so nasty.
I think the Astros go back to the World Series.
Who?
Astros.
Yeah,
I think they come out of the AL. I think
the talent gap between Houston and whoever you want to call the number 2 team in the American League right now, whether that be the New York Yankees, whether it be Cleveland, whether it be Toronto, I don't care who you think is their second best team. The talent gap between Houston and whoever number 2 is, which for this instance we'll use the Yankees, is a much bigger gap than between the Dodgers and the Mets or the Braves.
I think also I think your World Series matchup. I mean, the best game of this playoffs, in my opinion,
maybe in the National League Divisional Series,
is going to be Dodgers Mets.
If the Mets make it that far, yeah,
they make it past the San Diego Padres. But after that, I don't know, man. Like they're pitching, but that talk about a pitching duel. Talk about a juice nerfy. Talk about juiced unders, man. The Dodgers and the Mets.
Yeah, but it's pretty simple. You fade playoff Kershaw.
Yes. So I do, man. If the Mets get past the Dodgers, it's a wrap for them in the NL. I don't give a shit about the Braves.
If the Mets play the Braves again, they win that series. I think potentially that losing that series to Atlanta may have lit a fire underneath the Mets' ass.
Okay, I'll make a statement with that. If the Mets face the Braves in the CS, the only way the Mets win is if Marte is in the lineup.
He's been.
If Marte is not in the lineup, and as long as James McCann is not on the postseason lineup or postseason roster, that's the only chance we got.
Is James McCann your Thomas Greiss?
Yes,
I will line up and fight him. I will line up to fight him. I don't care. What's his batting average
world
this year? Because he is disgusting this year.
End his world.
Yeah.
I need $1.82 this year.
Oh, great.
He is batting.
This makes sense, Justin. I get that.
And 170 at bats. In his 170 at bats, where's his strikeouts? I have my.
See, I've got my number 1 guy that I want to line up and punch in the face. And you guys probably don't know him by his name, but you know him by a certain video. His name is Sal Licata.
Yep.
And 100%. He is the one, after Labor Day, said the NL East is over.
Fucking guy. Why would you do that?
He's a closeted Braves fan, and we all know it. I would like to line up and punch that guy in the face.
That's fair. Square up, homie.
He'll go right behind James McCann.
Squaring up.
He'll go right before James McCann, and then Dansby Swanson could be in that list as well.
That's fair.
By the way, the Mets game will begin at 6:00 tonight. It's delayed right now.
But anyways, real quick. I'll go through playoff bracket and give my predictions out.
Yes, go ahead. I'm going to run through some comments. I really like this bet. By the way, go ahead though.
All right, we'll start in the American League first. I think Tampa in 3. over Cleveland. I think it's a very competitive series. I think Tampa comes out on top. I think Seattle in 3. I think that's a very competitive series. And then which ends up going 3 games, but very competitive. Tampa versus New York. I think it's a 5-game series, but I'll give the edge out to New York. I think that their pitching is slightly better, and it's all based on Garrett Cole, whether or not he actually looks like an ace. Houston and Seattle will be a competitive series. It will go 5 games, and unfortunately, Houston's going to end up winning it, which will end up giving us Houston and New York in the CS, and Houston's the best team in the AL, and it's not even close. When it comes to the National League, as much as I would love to see Yachty, Waino, and Pujols make a run and try to make it deep into the NL bracket, I think the Phillies knock them out in 3. I think the Mets have a decent shot at sweeping. And it really depends on the starting rotation. I want to see what the rotation looks like. If I'm the Mets, you start Scherzer game 1. If you win that game, you start Bassett game 2. If you lose that game, then you start DeGrom. The main reason why
on the road, or no, it would be. Do you want DeGrom? Game 3 would be at home.
Right? All three games are in New York.
I'm sorry, you're right. I forget it.
The whole thing with that is I would want Scherzer to pitch game 1. If the Mets win, they go up 1-0. Then you put out Bassett for game 2. That way, if the Mets win both games, you have Jacob deGrom lined up for game 1 in LA, and then you could run deGrom on extra rest. Scherzer on regular rest, Bassett on extra rest. Then you get your 4 game, which is whatever, and then you get DeGrom and Scherzer game 5. That's how I want to work the rotation. I'm hoping the Mets sweep. Phillies in Atlanta. I don't think that series is competitive. I really don't. I think Atlanta wins that one in 4. I think they sweep the Phillies.
4?
Honestly,
I'd say 5.
No. The only way that the NLDS on the Braves side is competitive is if they face St. Louis. Facing Philly, that one goes 4, maybe 5 if the Phillies are lucky. Mets and Dodgers. Oh, sorry. DS is 5 games.
Yeah.
Braves in 3. Mets and Dodgers go 5. And I think it's the best spot for the Mets to beat the Dodgers in 5 games rather than in 7 games, just because of the depth of the Dodgers. I think the Mets edge it out. They edged out the season series, which will give us to the series that everybody wants to see in the CS, the Mets and the Braves. Again, one of the most competitive season series this year, and I think the Mets get them. Yeah. As long as Starling Marte's in the lineup. Then you get the Astros and the Mets, and that one might be rough for the Mets. I think the Astros win the World Series.
Okay. Tim Merle.
So there you
go. Real quick.
Well, Tim, we do have a bracket here.
Oh, cool.
You got a bracket?
You can fill it out. I already clicked in the Mets and it won't let me unclick it. So.
Oh, good job.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Mariners in 3. That's how I'm gonna go Mariners in 3.
I like it.
This one's tough. It really is. I'm gonna edge it towards the Rays in 3. I know everybody's gonna love the Guardians here. I think the Rays edge that out. I think that they
in 3. You don't think Cleveland wins? Or no, it's 5 games.
They are best of 3s.
It's a 3-game series.
Yeah. Okay.
Wild card is.
And I'll side with Philadelphia there. I'll side with Philadelphia.
Gotta take Philly.
Now here's the thing: if we think the Yankees are going to make the CS, they want the Rays. If you pick the Guardians go to the CS. I think if the Guardians win, they go to the CS because they match up really well against New York. I'm going to edge it towards the Rays. I'm going to take the Astros. Astros in 4 in the DS. I think the Mariners win 1, and it's probably Luis Castillo's start. I'll take the Yankees. Yeah, I'm going to go, yeah. I think the Braves, I don't think the Braves sweep like Tim's Day, though. I think the Braves in 4. And then I think the Mets can edge them out in 5. I think that the Mets are probably the toughest competition the Dodgers can have, pitching wise, other than maybe the Astros in the World Series. And I think it's Astros Mets in the World Series. I think if we get this matchup again, it's Mets in 6. I think this team is going to learn from what happened. They're going to have Sterling Marte most likely back. They're not going to have James McCann on the lineup. And I think that with some games in Citi Field, I think that's going to help the Mets. And because I'm a homer, the Mets are going to win the World Series. There we go.
I don't hate it. I really don't.
I still and here's the thing. I love how everybody's reacting like just because the Mets got the wild card that their season's over.
Oh, I love that it kind of pissed them off a little bit. Like I'm hoping that
it lit a fire under their ass.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And they're kind of both. They're all like, wow, we really fucked this up. Like we kind of messed this up.
And here's the problem: is the Mets didn't choke away the division. I hate that narrative that the Mets choked away the division. The Mets played 20 games over 500 since June, and in a time where the Braves I think played 30 something games over 500. Like they were playing at a 100 win pace, and since June the Braves were playing at a 114 win pace. The Mets did not choke away that division. Now, obviously, they could have won that division if they beat some of the bad teams, but the Mets did not choke away that division. And stop with that narrative. And I saw a tweet with this. That's the epitome of Twitter when it comes to the Mets. Is one person said, "Yeah, the Mets didn't choke it. The Braves are just playing out of their minds." And literally, somebody comments, "Yeah, but it's more fun to make fun of the Mets." And that's just the epitome of Twitter right there. So
I mean that's what do you expect?
Low hanging fruit,
social media kind of thing. You know what I mean? It sucks, but like,
hey, if the Mets win tonight, the Mets would have won 101 games this year. Only 4 teams in baseball can say, maybe the Yankees, 5 teams, have won 100 games this year. One of them happens to be in our own frickin' division. Now, last year, was anybody tweeting out, "Oh, the Dodgers are screwed" when they went to the wild card game with 105 wins, 106 wins? No, they're the freaking Dodgers.
Right.
Oh, but just because the Mets didn't get the division, their season's a wrap. They suck. This team won 100 games. That's the 4th time that they've done that in their history.
Yeah.
2 of the times was 1986 and 1969. Guess what? They won the World Series that year. 1988, they won 100 games as well. They won their division, whatever. They didn't win their division, and they didn't make the playoffs because they didn't win the division.
There's no wild card that year.
There was no wild card in 88.
Right.
So they either missed the playoffs because there was no wild card, or they won the damn World Series. I don't know. A lot of people are looking at it. 100 wins this year. And we didn't win the division. The year was a failure. Really? This year's a failure. I'm pretty sure there's 28 other baseball teams that are looking at the season going, "Damn it, I wish I could be in that wild card right now."
No, the Mets made the CS that year in 88. They won their division by 15 games. They lost to the Dodgers.
Huh. There was another year that they won a bunch of games, and then they won like 90
something.
We'll
do some chat here.
Anyways.
This was a funny comment. You guys would love capping with Ross Benjamin. Super nice guy, but he uses statistics from past years.
Oh, yeah. The team is this and this in the last 20 years. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Last 20 years?
Some people do. Hockey time on Friday. Well, not everybody's as young as you. I got bad decisions older than you. Hockey time on Friday. I like the Maple Leafs Flames Canucks Friday.
No, Friday there's a regular season game, and I have a very unpopular opinion about it. SJ Sharks do. SJ Sharks. Give me the Sharkies money line both games.
There you go. I'm just blowing through some chat here. People choose violence a lot when they are safe behind their computer screen. Say it to my face, right? Yeah. Line it up. Square it up. 69. Nice. I know. We're what do you want from us? Someone sensitive about their Mets World Series ticket they holding on to. Nobody's. I don't think anybody is that. They're fans. I'm
defending the Mets when everybody's shitting on them right now just because they didn't win the division.
Right. That's fair. JoJo's in the house. Yeah, I love seeing you guys get worked up about the Mets. Yeah,
we've also been following the Mets since we're 4 years old. So
right.
Sharks money line. Jojo Rabbit should be a Mets fan, considering that half the Oakland A's made it over to New York. So with Bassett, Marte, and Bassett, Marte, Kana.
100%. I'm just gonna.
I believe. Well, you're the same person that said that OSU was going to Jeffrey Dahmer the MSU.
No, that Dan Kaiser said that. I think, or no, maybe it was. No, it was on Morningwood.
Give me 27 points of Sparty.
It was on Morningwood. My bad. It might have. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Possibly. It could be. I don't know. Shorter show though, guys. We ain't got shit to talk about. I don't want to talk about anything else. We'll talk about Thursday football, college football, NFL Friday.
Yes, Sharks money.
We'll go over circle plays. Yep. That's it. It's the only way we get to the series. Oh, the Yankees? Didn't you go?
No, the A's.
Yankee?
Yeah,
Oh, the A's. Oh, I got you. I'm picking up what you laying down.
I'm pretty sure that the A's have representation on every single team.
I mean,
after the fire sale that they went through?
Yeah, that's true. That's going to be it for me. I think we're going to bounce.
Cameron says, confess you hold a ticket. Yes, I do. I hold the ticket.
You hold the Mets ticket?
I hold the Mets ticket.
Well, good.
I also hold a Denver Nuggets to win the NBA Finals, a Indianapolis Colts to win the Super Bowl, and of course, my favorite one, the Buffalo Sabres to win the Stanley Cup.
That's fair.
There you go.
What else we got? Tate says, but that is sports. You have to be fired up about your team. If you're not, then what the hell are you doing with your life? Be passionate, stick to your team. Go green, go white. You almost
you almost said go blue. You almost said it.
I did go to a Yankee game this season. Good memory. Yeah, right? So we got good. I didn't go to a Tiger game this year, but I am going to hit a
didn't get to go to a Mets game.
Pistons.
I didn't get to go to a Mets game, yeah.
Man, that sucks. It's probably a good idea I didn't go to a Tigers game. But anyways, that's going to run it up for us, though. Guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Shorter show. Baseball's over. Let's just relax. Let's prepare for Friday. We got some college football. Hockey around the corner. NBA's around the corner. College basketball's around the corner. Shit's coming down the pipe. Playoff baseball. Football's in full effect. So stay on it. Get ready. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. You'll never miss any of our live shows. Also, value, earlsportsbets.com/promo. 7-day package, only $49. You get all this stuff when you sign up with Caesars. Follow the link in the description of the video. Use the promo code GTDFull. That's all I got to say. Parting words?
Yeah. No, I don't have any parting words.
Bro. It's always the parting word. Good luck unless you're against me. Peace out.